The return.
I haven't done one for a while though. I don't know what episode this is.
Toxic Time, the return of the Mac. The return of the Tuts. Like the worst horror film you've ever seen.
It's been hard to get one done.
Don't show it to your kids. It'll give them fucking nightmares.
Like just swearing. And obnoxiousness.
So,
What's been happening?
we have had Arm Gods at the NEC with yours truly, Vanilla Gorilla, on the daily, baby please.
I was meant to be there, but I put a bun in the oven, didn't I? She had to give birth, didn't she?
Everyone
Week
say
before the
congratulations in the comments.
And so now I'm part of the Free Kid Club. I just wanted a good time. Do you know what I mean? Hasn't stopped crying all day. I got this helmet on because I've been out on my bike all day just to get some air.
Headbutting walls.
Send help. Send help.
So we had Arm Gods. I was against Dean Bolt, who is still a great big strong fucking man bear pig.
Man bear pig.
He told me, can you slag me off on Toxic Table Time? I was like, I just can't.
It's hard to slag Dean
I
off.
just love you too much
He's like a big cuddly
to
bear.
slag you off. So
Didn't he give you a bandana?
So Dan will do it instead. Yeah, I lost my Arm Gods belt, Southern Area Super Heavyweight belt to Dean, the Mean Machine, Welsh Wolverine. 3-2, absolute war. Everyone said what a great match it was. It really was a good match. I was 2-0 up. I was 2-0 up and he just couldn't give it me.
Oh, you think he'd let you have that third pin?
Third
Fucking
round,
prick.
he did 9 fucking swipes of his bare paw.
And 9 elbow fouls.
Yeah, there was 72 elbow fouls. Nick Dodd was just looking at me. He blocked Dean's elbow and just looking at me going, "You're going to foul, Mitch. You're going to foul." Basically, I just blew my load. I was fucked. I went over to my corner man, who was Travis, who knows nothing about arm wrestling whatsoever. They did drive me there. And I just looked at him and went, I'm fucked.
You did look a bit gassed after round
I think
2.
I just had like a proper adrenaline drop after the second round. I think I just got really excited. I was like, I'm 2-0 up. My adrenaline just went, we're going to fuck you up now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Adrenaline depleted.
That can happen.
Yeah, and then round 4, I think I missed the go, but Dean was actually faster than I thought he'd be, to be honest. I thought I would be quicker off the go than him, but he was actually quicker every time. And he just kept swiping away.
You couldn't really get your press in, could you?
No, I had to, the first 2 I had to get him in a hook, and then after that 3rd round he just swiped me another 2 times with his mighty bear paw.
What's his hand like? I bet it's like holding a fucking can of Coke or something.
He's got a massive hand, but to be honest, because I've got a small hand, everyone's hand feels massive.
True.
So I'm kind of not really, unless it's Mantis, who's abnormally large.
Yeah.
I kind of used to big hands, to be honest, so it doesn't really affect me too much.
I watched it at home on my telly.
Dean is
Screaming.
now the new Southern Area Arm Gods Super Heavyweight Champion, throws himself right back in the mix, and I like to think I proved a little bit of something to show that I can hang
With the
in
big
there
dogs.
with the big dogs. I mean, this year I've only lost to Mantis and Dean, and I still managed to get a pin out of both of them. So
Your left arm's up there
not
now.
bad for a small super with a tiny hand. You know
Just
what
raw
I mean?
power.
Just the power of the man.
Brute force and ignorance.
Just brute force, because I don't give a fuck. So
Then War Zones went on forever on there. I
Yeah.
was watching it. I was like, come on.
Josh Davis is the bad motherfucker.
James
Oh,
Beach's
God.
chin was taking up my whole telly. I couldn't even see what was going
Yeah.
on.
Every opponent had their knuckles grazed from Beach's chin in the setup. But Josh Davis won the 95s, is it?
Yeah.
Howie is 95 kilos.
He's not. He just fucking
He
tells them
looks
he
like
is. They
all
go,
his
okay.
training was done at his local bar, drinking fucking whatever it is, whatever piss they
He looks
drink.
like he's gone
Shit
swimming
piss.
at the weekend and forgot to take the rubber ring off under his shirt.
He is a pasty little fucking doughboy of a man. And now he walks around with a belt saying bad motherfucker on it. If you didn't know Josh Davis was an arm wrestler, you'd fucking be like, huh? This guy?
This little goblin.
This little thing here? And he'd be like that. Try to bite your hand. But yeah, obviously he's a top level arm wrestler in this country. And he had about 75 matches with Kieran Morrison. And they digged it out. But
Chris
there was-
Thomas done all right.
Chris
didn't he?
Thomas was there, yeah. I think he just needs a bit more confidence in himself, because he looked at me and was like, there's no one here my level. And I just went, you are this level. Get the fuck up there. And then he fucking pinned him on and he came back and I went, talking fucking shit. I was like, don't fucking ever say that again.
Yeah, he does come down to us sometimes, Chris Thomas, and he's got a strong back, isn't he?
Mm.
His back pressure is quite strong.
It's just confidence. Sometimes in this sport, I think you put people up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And you think,
right.
oh, I can't compete with that guy.
No point trying.
Just forget it and just wallop them as hard as you can. And if you win, don't you?
Yeah.
It's the test, as I said the other day. The test. Test yourself mentally.
Stop
physically.
losing and start learning.
Yeah. Who else was in
Then
that
you've got like
class?
James Beach, who looks like, if you put a cape and like a suit on James Beach, he's actually like the pinnacle of
Yeah,
a superhero.
Drawn superhero.
It's like the superhero of arm wrestling.
Yeah.
He's got the sculpted chin.
His name should be changed to Superman.
He's 6 foot fucking 8 or whatever the fuck he is. He seems to get taller every time I see him, or am I getting shorter? I don't know.
He's such a nice guy, it makes me physically sick. Where he's just so nice. That's his superpower, I think.
Yeah.
Even if you're an absolute cunt, you start talking to him and he just pours niceness onto you, and you're like, oh, I love James. He's such a nice man.
What belt did he win though? Is it a BMF belt?
Yeah, I think he won a bad motherfucker belt as well. But you
And
know,
it looks good on him.
Beach is like one of the top guys now. He's level. The thing is maintaining that level now, because Beach is now like a high level guy in this country.
Yeah, but he's dedicated as well.
Yeah, he's dedicated, and now that once you up your level, it just puts targets on your back, and everyone wants to then test themselves to the level that you have reached. So, but I never bet against Beach. He's technically sound,
Technically good and strong.
great in the strap.
He's strict curling like 90 kilos.
He's
or
strong. His wrist, he just goes dunk,
whatever. And he's all natural.
yeah.
I don't believe there's a roid in that man's body.
No. And he, he's dedicated, and he's Mr. Consistency, isn't he? Consistently good, consistently wins.
All right, let's stop sucking his cock
Yeah,
out.
and I'm
Fucking hell.
fucking starting to feel a bit pregnant.
I know.
But
Christ.
shock of that class, I have to say, was Noah Burton, because
He's another one though that's just suddenly got strong all of a sudden.
he's
Well, not all of a sudden. He was strong anyway. wasn't he?
he was called up against Lee Webber in the first round, and I think everyone thought, oh well, it's Lee Webber, he's gonna deal with Noah. And then Noah fucking pressed him, and even Lee looked out like at the crowd and shook his head like, Did that just fucking happen?
A flop press can catch you off
just
guard,
went,
though, can't it?
Yeah, and after that, Lee actually, Lee is known for how strong he is, and he's got a massive shovel hand, and he got a bit shocked, I think, by Noah, because he just couldn't seem to deal with it.
No, well, the press.
Styles make fights.
Did he not pin him at all?
I don't believe Lee pinned Noah at all. Oh. But Noah, I think, gave Beach a few runs for his money as well.
Yeah, he pinned Beach a couple of times.
Beach had an absolute war with Lee Webber. So it's styles, isn't it?
Different style.
Some people's style is just a nightmare for some people. And no matter what they do, they can't deal with it.
I've always sort of liked it when someone's flop pressed me. I quite like. Well, I don't think I've ever lost to someone that's flop pressed me. If you're going to give me your wrist, then that's half the job done, isn't it?
That could be a future Arm Gods match. Dan Kong against Noah. I don't know if he's got a nickname yet. Zeus.
Oh, yeah. You done that picture, didn't you?
I did that picture for him, yeah. But yeah, he's a nice guy as well, but he's very determined. And I said to him afterwards, actually, that I think that because he's been so active, that has actually helped him with people like Beach and Lee Webber and other people he's pinned, because Noah it feels like he's competing every fucking weekend.
Yeah, you're always seeing him on the Facebook or Instagram with some fucking match.
He gives it 100% every time, so he's full committed to the moment, as I say.
Mantis against Atherton.
Mantis.
I didn't even know Atherton was still pulling, and suddenly he's on this show. I thought he hadn't done nothing for like 2-3 years.
And right arm as well. He's sort of known for his left, isn't he?
That lizard eye Atherton.
But he looked big, and Mantis just... I think Mantis has took everyone out this year, hasn't he? His hand's just too much for a lot of people to deal with.
Yeah.
You just can't deal with Mantis's hand.
Plus he's got the strength as well on his side.
Yeah, and he's strong.
He's a big problem.
He's so big and strong, and then you put in a massive shovel-like fucking hand and a finger that he can't even pick his nose with. He has to use a toothpick.
He's been condemned for life. He can never pick his nose.
Yeah. Imagine being poked in the fucking eye by him. Fucking hell. He'd take your eye straight out, reach the back of your fucking skull.
Mark Walden was in that war zone as well.
Right,
but he pulled out or something.
Roastmaster General hat on. We're going to give it to Mark Walden. Right, he turned up. Captain Anavar. He turned up, and the first thing he says is, "Oh yeah, I'm pulling today, but I actually just straightening my arm this morning. I shattered my entire elbow." And
he's always like that.
Then as I looked at my shattered elbow and lifted my arm, I broke my arm in 15 places. So I'm just going to see how it goes today. I'm just going to pull on the right arm that I shattered this morning.
He always plays possum.
The possum, yeah. Did I mention I got a chest infection as well? I didn't get a chest infection. I just have a chest infection. 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 fucking days a year. I had it since I was born in medieval times.
No cures back then.
There was no cure, so they just went, "You got this for life." And they didn't know that I was going to live to be 335 years old. So this chest infection, I just had to cope with it for 335 years. There's no cure. People say I am the cure. Anyway, I'm going to pull, but like I said, my arm is broken. And then he gets up there and starts beating people and pinning like Kieran Morrison. He come up to me and I went, "Don't fucking talk to me." I went, "Don't fucking mention your fucking arm is broken or anything." Because you were talking absolute fucking shit. Mark Walden's so old. When he was at school during history lessons, all they could do is write down what they were fucking doing that day with a feather in their own blood, because there was no history. That's how fucking old he is. Then he pulled out halfway through.
Yeah, because I was like, where's Mark gone? I was watching on telly, I was like, is he gone?
I think he just pulled out because he had to maintain the injury facade.
Yeah.
And, well, he got some decent pins and he's always around, isn't he?
European champion.
Proper laid into him there.
Captain Anavar.
I love it, Captain Anavar. He's like fucking Mum Ra from fucking Thundercats, isn't he? So he turns up like this, like a mummy, and then when he's on the table, he goes and gets that roid strength, and then goes back to fucking being a mummy.
That's so true.
And that should be his fucking new name now, Mum Ra. Anyone who doesn't know Thundercats reference, just fuck off.
Yeah, don't even turn this off.
Just turn this off right now if you ain't seen Thundercats.
Yeah, the novice nationals as well. Sussex got a few medals with Jake
Starling, is it?
Starling.
Yeah, he's a new force on the scene.
He won it under 95, left and right, pure domination.
He won the left arm on day one, and then he was messaging me in the evening, like, what should I do for the right arm? And I just put, just fucking kill everyone. And he was like, yeah, I love that. I'm going to do that. And then he did.
He's double champ.
You know, it's rare that someone wins both arms, especially these days, because the level's just higher and higher, even at novice.
And our Italian stallion, Fabrizio.
Fabio.
He came, I think he was expecting to do better, but he came third on the left arm. I don't know what he did on the right. I'm not sure he even competed.
I don't know if he did right arm, actually. Could be wrong. And if we are, don't correct us, because I don't care.
I'd like to know who he lost to, because his left is pretty strong. I can't do nothing with his left training at all.
We had Otto at Arm Gods beat Rob Frampton 3-1.
Yeah.
Right arm. So Sussex is up there.
And then we got Pro Nationals coming up.
Who's going to the pros? Nobody knows.
I'm going, but I might just do right arm.
I don't think
Reece Aldridge is going. Charlie Owen is going. I don't know if you'll go. Are you going?
I might just go and support.
Shut up. Why aren't you pulling?
I'm kind of done for the year after my...
Thinks he's some sort of fucking megastar or something.
Yeah, just because after Dean Bolt match, kind of just want to have a bit of a rest, get back into training, ready for next year. Hopefully a rematch with Dean.
Yeah, because they were talking about the Arm Gods, Ultimate Arm Gods, which is
Ultimate Arm Wrestling, yeah. So maybe get on there with a rematch.
One of the comments said for me to have that fucking mullet girl on the undercard for you against Dean Bolt rematch. I was like, when's that then?
Con got called out.
Someone called. I got loads of messages last night going, some kiddies called you out on Ultimate Arm Wrestler. I was like, who the fuck is that? I didn't even know who he was.
Some great big yeti.
What's with all these super heavyweights fucking calling me out? I'm like 95, 100 kilos, so it's going to look bad when I fucking swat you. But,
Sasquatch.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of her or seen her.
That fucking... That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch. But apparently he's quite a good novice. I don't know if I should be offended. Like, not novices calling me out thinking I'm an easy touch. Yeah.
There's no easy touches.
No. But then Paul said he should pull Reece Aldridge. I said if he beats Reece, then I might be interested. But
Reece is going down to the 105s.
is he?
Yeah.
No chance. He's too fat.
Apparently.
Loves the can of Monster too much, that boy.
And a tub of lard.
And a tub of ice cream.
But we shall see.
Yeah, so careful who you call out. Don't even know who Mullet Boy is.
Do you accept?
I'll have a look at some point
when I the challenge.
When I can be busy to stop living my life. What else is there?
We had the Arm Gods on day 2, Women Warzone. But wait a minute before we talk about women.
Women Warzone.
Oh, just got to get this out before we talk about women.
Yeah. Wife beat her out.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch the Warzone, or were they all asleep?
I don't know if anyone actually watched the women compete.
Just a couple of lesbians.
I think that's when everyone went for lunch.
Down that Stella and have a little rant about women arm wrestling.
Oh, where's those women at?
Starting feeling a bit punchy.
Equal lefts and rights. I've never hit a woman in my life. I usually just strangle them.
Yeah, well, back of
Oh, Stella strong.
Who was in the Warzone women?
Tara.
The Irish one. Aggie.
Claire Cannon.
Claire Cannon.
That Cornish girl who was strong at SummerSlam and
Yeah, Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca. Was it? No, that's the Irish girl, isn't it?
No, that's something Black. The second name's Black, isn't it? Oh.
That was for you.
You don't see Byford about anymore, do you?
Yeah, you know, she was always going on about women's arm wrestling. She never had any other fucking shows.
I think we just she didn't take our banter too well, and it
There's a
sent
whole-
her into oblivion.
Yeah. There's a whole women's war zone there. Where the fuck was she? At home, washing her tights. So, who won that women's one? I don't know, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway,
Back to the men's.
and
Cheers. Cheers, bitches.
oh dear, how long till the Nationals? I don't even know when it is.
Like 3 weeks.
Is it? Is Otto doing it?
Maybe. So that is what is next on the arm wrestling
And you got
agenda.
Daft's Super League thing. That I really want to get to one of them.
Dan Earthquake had a match yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, his new name is President Humongous.
President Humongous.
I did the little picture for
I
him.
like it.
I like that name though. Did he win?
Don't know.
I doubt it. But yeah, you got Daft's Super League, Raw Arm Wrestling. That's on the 15th this weekend.
Oh yeah.
And then he's got another one on the 15th or 16th of December up in Wales at the snooker place.
Christmas crackers.
It was suggested I have a match with Rob Frampton there. Again, another super heavyweight. I'm like, fucking hell, no one my own weight wants to arm wrestle me. But we'll see what happens. I can't commit
Perhaps they
just
think
yet.
you're me.
Yeah, all the ones want me because they're scared of Mitch's press. I'm gonna fuck off on my bike in a minute. What are you doing? See you later.